Hi you guys, this is Stephanie Miller. I'm hoping that you guys saw my video yesterday that I did of my first part of these spooky branches. So if you have not, I will go back after this live and I'm gonna go ahead and put that video link so you can see the first step to my spooky branches. So if you did, you'll know what we're gonna do next. So I'm gonna basically go over what we did the first few steps if you missed my video. But basically what you're gonna need to do this craft is, and it's my all-time favorite next to the glitter pumpkins. And it's so easy to do, and I've been doing it for about 10 years. And so many people have stopped me and said, oh my gosh, where'd you get your branches? Or how'd you do your branches? And it's really, really simple and so inexpensive. So I had to, have it as one of my first crafts. So basically what I did is I took these dead branches, and you can see, you can get up closer here. You can see I just took these branches from a dead tree that we had in the backyard, and I had my husband cut some down, or you can cut some down, or if they're dead, they break off really easy, obviously, if you've ever taken dead branches off trees. Or, you have some laying around. I had gotten one sometime from a neighbor that had branches in their yard, and I just asked kindly if I could have their dead branches. They probably thought I was crazy. But anyway, so there's just an idea where to get some. And then I just took a black can of spray paint, and you're gonna need probably like a whole, I just use this kind, but any black spray paint is good. And this one is actually a matte, but you can use the gloss as well. And I used almost the whole thing. And I'll be honest with you, to start this, it's kind of a process just because you have to spray really good. And I know you can't really tell so much from here, but you have to make sure that all the branches on every angle are sprayed really good. So when you take it outside, let me get this open. When you take it outside, and you're gonna put it on a piece of cardboard. Now I can't get it open. Okay, there we go. You're gonna make sure that when you spray, you get all the edges, and then you're gonna do the other side. And then you're gonna flip the whole thing of branches over and spray it all really good. And then even here, I can see a spot that I missed, like right in there. But that's just me being particular. But really from far away, you can't be able to tell as much. And then, so we kind of worked on it all day. I remember my husband went out yesterday and gave it a coat as well. So you're probably gonna go through almost a whole can of this if you really want them to be sprayed good. So I actually had my spooky branches left from last year that I saved and wrapped up into like a tissue paper, and then I just brought it back out. So you can do that as well and use them from year to year so you don't have to do it. But anyway, so I'm just gonna show you the second part and how I do it. So let me show you over here. Okay, so I have this whole bunch of branches that you can see right here. Okay, and I got enough, whoops, I got enough to make sure that it would fill this pot. So if any of you watched my live from before, this was last week, I painted this pot knowing that I was gonna go ahead and put these branches in it. So if you can see up close here, see if I can get this back. If you can see up close, I painted this, and there's a video on how I did this. So you can go ahead and paint that, or any pot that you wanna do. Basically, you could paint any terracotta pot, or what I've had my branches in are like a black urn, and like a big black pot that was more shapely, kind of had a neat shape to it. And I can take a picture of it too, and that's super, super cute. And I love those, but right now I still have my summer flowers in them, so I didn't take that out yet. But anyway, so I've got about this many branches, like I said. So, and I wanted to use that many because I knew I was gonna fill them in here. So then after you spray them, you're just gonna go ahead and stick them in. And if you wanna pre-measure this, that's probably your best idea. Go ahead and pre-measure and see how many branches you're gonna need. Like find your pot first that you're gonna use, and then see how many branches you're gonna need, or I guess it depends on how many you find. So you have that. I mean, how cute is that already? I just love these. And you can kind of shape them as necessary. They're kind of hard to shape because obviously they all cling together. But like I have this long one over here, so I'm gonna try to bring it together with this one. And then I've got this kind of tall one. I don't know if you can see it from here, but I have this kind of tall one that's kind of a little big. And the nice thing is if they're dead, I mean, you can just break them off really easy. So I might break that tip off, but I think it's kind of cool to have it all different dimensions and everything. So I've got this, so it looks so spooky as it is, I love it. Then I'm gonna take my orange lights, which are down here, of course. And I just got a string of lights that you can get anywhere, really. And I got these a couple years back, so I've used them over and over. And then you're gonna take the cord end and you're gonna stick it towards the back, because that's what's gonna go into like your outlet, or however far your outlet is from your house or wherever you're gonna stick it. So then I'm just gonna wrap it around. Probably easier if I do this. And these lights, I think, really make it, especially at nighttime. Okay, so you're gonna slowly wrap them around, just like you would do a Christmas tree, but it's obviously easier because this is much thinner. And they're gonna get caught. And what's nice about this too is if you have branches that are kind of uneven, this kind of acts like a little bit of a rubber band, and it's, you know, it makes it sturdy, so you can kind of shape your branches and put them into the shape that you want. Just to, like, this side's a little bit wider, so it's gonna grab and hold it up. Probably make that a little bit tighter. Okay, so right now, if you're just coming on, we're just stringing our spooky branches that I started yesterday. And I even brought my cord over here to see if I could plug it in. Should I do this backwards? No, I didn't. Okay, so these are actually bigger than normal. I think these are a little bit wider than normal, and I'll probably have to shape this out a little bit. If you need to have 2 strands, go for it, but right now I just have 1 strand of, what do I have, 100 lights? So you're gonna kind of have to work with it. And probably like a Christmas tree, it's best if you do this plugged in so you can kind of see. So once you get them all wrapped around here, I'm probably gonna have to move these up, darn it. Okay. And there's enough places to hang the lights, which is nice. Enough little branches hanging out so you can hang them different places to keep them up.